What's up, my friends? How's it going? I'm EnviroBoy. I'm playing more Lego Star Wars. We're picking up right exactly where we left off last time, which was in the middle of trying to get... We're doing the Porg Patrol. We're on Porg Patrol. We're getting there. I noticed also over here... Hold on, what's happening with this? Why are we... Oh, because we can upgrade. Yeah, we might as well. If we can afford them, let's get some upgrades. Let's do it. Because we're trying to get there to everything. So I noticed also we have like this... that's so wildly unhelpful, because it doesn't really show us where. So the puzzles, right? Like if we go, so capital ship, so it's all the capital ship, the death, like with all of these things. So we need to figure out how to get to those capital ships. I'm not entirely sure how I go about doing that, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Because right now I want to do my Porg patrols. So yeah, if we go over here, go out, leave. And we can just kind of go around here and get all of our porgs. That's what my goal is this episode. We should be able to accomplish that this episode without any difficulty, just getting all the porgs. And then from there, we can work on catching all of those other things on those capital ships, because it seems like that's where everything else is left. Sorry, I was thirsty. But yeah, it seems like everything that's still missing is the capital ship stuff that we need to get done, which we will get done. Mark my words, we will get it done. This may end up being a slightly shorter episode too. I may choose to, once we get all the porgs, call it an episode, because I'm a little behind schedule from what I need to get done today. So that might be a thing that happens. I apologize in advance, but at least I've warned you. But we'll see. Like if I depending on how long it takes to finish getting the porgs, that might be a good stopping point. But don't hold me to that. I don't know. Like, watch if you like and don't watch if you don't. If it's a shorter episode, sometimes that's just how things go. Don't be such a fair weather fan that if an episode is slightly shorter or longer than what you expect, that ruins it for you. Because it's not nice. Hey, there's a porg around here somewhere. Porg, there's a poor trapped porg in need of releasing somewhere in the vicinity. Where could it be? Trying to like look up and everything so I can make sure I don't miss it if it's like trapped on the wall with like a spider web. Spider webs, just like that. Okay, porg saved. Day improved for that porg. Hutu Jakku. Jakku. See where our little porg is here. Yeah, no, so like, I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you how to be a fan of what you are or aren't a fan of. You can be a fan of me however you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna turn away even a fair weather fan. That said, personally, I like to try and stick with things through thick and thin because I'm loyal, okay? So like, I mean, if you're not loyal, then that's fine. If you want to be just like a flaky, wishy-washy son of a gun that no one can trust, then like, you know, it's whatever. You can do whatever you want. It's so judgmental. Can you imagine? No, my hope is that it's not that like I have to shame you or guilt you into watching even if there's something not super interesting to you, but rather that I can present content that is so interesting that the time that it takes to watch that content isn't the deciding factor on if you enjoy it. That's what my hope is. So it's somewhere around here. I'm wondering if it's like on one of these roofs or something. Can I get like up here for a vantage point? Can I not? I can't. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for right there. That's where I just heard it. Ah! Alright, I feel like... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if this will work. Do that and try and free it. There we go. Y'all free, young porgy master. Congratulations. 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 Don't know that meme. I've been obsessed with that meme lately. I recently introduced my partner. We haven't watched the whole thing yet, but we're working on it. I recently introduced my partner. I introduced her to the important videos playlist, and those of you who are from the older days, that one's not like super duper old days of YouTube, but it's like, that's for like, because like I was, so to age myself a little bit, what YouTube wasn't a thing when I started high school, and it was a thing when I finished high school. Like that first ever YouTube video, that first YouTube video ever posted, that happened while I was in high school. So I was really one of like the first high school generations to appreciate the meme nature of YouTube videos, like all of those classics. Right, so many of those were from my high school days. You know, the Badgers song, Salad Fingers, all that kind of stuff. Like those were all from back in my day. And so it like, and many of those videos are from that as well. Not all of them, but there is significant crossover. What is happening? Well, bye lightsaber. Okay, fine. We'll try it with just a blaster. There we go. Got him. All right, that's another one saved, baby. We're actually making much quicker work of this than I was expecting to. But yeah, so like the important videos playlist, that was a thing. I feel like important videos playlist, many of those videos were from kind of like the high school era for me. But the playlist itself, I'm pretty sure came into existence sometime around when I was in college. But at any rate, there's classic videos, and my partner, who's just a little bit younger than me, kind of missed some of those glory days. Like her glory days came a little bit after mine, still largely in the same spirit, you know, like she was still around with, you know, Llamas with Hats, with Charlie the Unicorn, all those classics and everything like that. But the sheer, so like she's not as well versed in like the sheer absurdist, like what is even happening in these 20 seconds on this video thing, because it's like there was a time when that was like all people's bandwidth could allow. Like I can sit here and I can upload, like I've got a batch of videos that I've recorded that I need to upload, and I've got like probably a good 7 or 8 hours worth of content that I need to batch upload in half-hour to 1 hour episodes here, right? So it's like we can do that, and it'll take my computer like 2 hours to upload all of that tops, right? Like and I have a relatively slow internet connection compared to what a lot of people who are making content like this do. So it's just a different time. And one of my favorite videos on the important videos playlist is the dude who's just sitting there by a computer. It's like an old computer monitor, and on it is just like it's a still image of the word congratulations with like a bunch of party balloons behind it. And it's just him sitting there clapping, going, congratulations, congratulations, for like a good 45 seconds. It's just him doing that. And it is absolutely one of my favorite videos that exists. And I say that all the time, and no one ever understands why I'm pronouncing congratulations in a funny way. No one ever gets it. And frankly, I understand why no one gets it. It's such a niche thing. What's up with up here? Is this where the Porg is? I bet it's where the Porg is. Yeah, there he is. Save the Porg, saving the Porg, saving the Porgs. Save a Porg. I should make a bumper sticker like that. Save a Porg. Save a Porg, get chicks. Get it? Because like Porgs are kind of like birds stuff. Get it? You get it? Should make merch like that. Save a Porg, get chicks. Good. I feel like it flows better if you say the opposite way. Get chicks, save a Porg. That'd be good. That seems like the kind of shirt that people would buy on Redbubble too. You know what I mean? I don't know. That sounded derisive the way I said it. I didn't mean that derisively. It just kind of like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. You know, come on. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. Come on. You know. Anyway, where's the next Porg? Closing the door, boss man. Closing the door. Where's them Porgs? Where's them Porgs? Show me them Porgs. I should just stay as Django. It's largely been much more beneficial to be able to shoot and blow things up with these guys. Or to save these guys. Jump. 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 Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. If I come over here. Someone in here. You stepped in the... It's gonna be trapped in the crystal somewhere. Is that... Oh, it's just one of them little rat things. I hear it. I hear you. What if I destroy that? Nope. I hear you. Quit hiding. Don't you hide from me. I know it's in here somewhere. I can hear it. Am I losing my mind? Am I going crazy? Maybe it was just my little one that was making the noise. Oh, wait, we got him. He wasn't there. We got him. We got him. Okay, gotcha. I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him because I'm a blind man. My special eyes. All right, Alright, time to go to Dagobah. Go to Dagobah. Oh, that was another classic video. I don't remember. I think that one's later in the... We made it about a third of the way through the important videos playlist. Because it, like, the important videos playlist existed. And then whoever originally made it deleted it. But I have since found someone else took the time to go through and, like, re-archive the playlist. So the playlist is back. Some of them these days you can't watch because of YouTube rules and, like, copyright and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's intact, and it is as glorious as it always was. It's such a good playlist. I absolutely adore that playlist. The other good ones are like the handful of videos that are like clearly like a high school like media technologies class or something like that, where they had to make their own like music video or something, or make their own PSA. Such good stuff. It's so classic. And I absolutely love it. I see you up there. I already got you. Easiest one so far. Easiest one so far. Come on, man. Gotta at least make me move for it. Come on. I mean, come on. Like the one where it's like the don't illegally download music. And it's like the kid's like sitting there like being a hacker, downloading music, and suddenly a kid holding a stapler storms in. It's like saying he's the FBI. Classic stuff, man. Classic stuff. It reminded me, actually, I saw not long ago, I had some friends because like Facebook was a brand new thing too back in those days. And so I had a couple friends, a handful of friends actually, for a similar project in high school, and they uploaded it onto old school YouTube. The thing is so old and washed out, you could tell they had to like find a VHS camcorder to digital converter to be able to make it work. No, I didn't want to do that because I thought... Oh, do I need to go there? I thought... Okay, I guess we'll go to Gungan City and see if there's a Porg there. I would have thought it'd be outside, but we'll check. But yeah, they had to, like... They created a scene from, like... I think it was, like, from the book The Farsiders, I think is what it's called. Pony Boy and all them. Oh, man. And like they just like kind of coincidence, but in the same vein, they had a post up there and it came up again on like one of those like Facebook remember feeds, and so a bunch of them brought it back up because they were commenting on it. And just watching that video, like, my gosh, things were so much simpler back then. I miss how simple and easy it was to be happy back in those days. Like, it was just them. One of their friends, like, you know, they're like, I think it must have been one of the kids in that group lived kind of like on a ranch style like home. Like their family had like I don't know if they were, I don't really remember the details of all of like my old friends and their living situations, but they must have had like a farm or something, because I have an uncle who's got a farm, and so naturally he has like, you know, the old used golf carts that he found for sale at a flea market or whatever, and he used that to get around the property, right? And so they had like one of those things that was their car as they were driving around doing the sketch. Is so good. Those are the days, man. They were so good. And like I say, I miss how easy it was to be amused and happy in those days. Like, it feels like nowadays, I mean, we've got the stress of the worlds, right? Because the world is a different, more complicated place. And granted, there are a lot of factors to that. It may or may not actually be more complicated. We're just much more aware of the complications that exist in this world, and that's a depressing but very real thing. I know it's around here somewhere. I'm wondering if it's like down below, like plastered to the underside of any of these walkways or something. I'm wondering if I jump down, if it'll make it easier to find the guy. But yeah, like there's that factor of it too. But I think the other factor of it is just like to make something that we thought was amusing. Like nowadays, everything is so refined and edited and curated nowadays that like you don't have the same, like you can't amuse people with the same just like simple like amusement. There it is. Yeah, there we go. I was right. Like you can't make something. People aren't amused by the stuff they used to. Like things have to be these like really highly produced, highly maintained, like well made, well organized things, right? Like you can't just upload slap. I mean, like even in my situation, wow, there's all kinds of ones on Tatooine. Even with like the videos that I'm making right now, like there's so much less appeal to just the content that I make because I don't edit it, right? And I'm not going to edit it. I mean, like one of the closest bastions to that we have these days is someone like one of my favorites that we have is we'll have LA Beast, and it's just him with a couple cameras, and like he edits enough to put like a couple different angles together, and he'll speed up the slow parts of whatever nasty crap he's eating. But it's just him with cameras making simple videos, and he's one of the few people that still does it, and I love that, and I miss that. And that's like the hard part about what I'm doing here. I kind of missed the boat because that's the kind of stuff that I do. It's a different type of content and it's a different feel, right? But it's just, I don't edit these videos. Like the intros that you see, it's all me just like switching between scenes in OBS live. Like that's why everything is so horrible and amateurish what I'm doing here. And it's why so many of my videos are not nearly as like the knock 'em down, uproarious, hilarious, constantly perfect content, right? Like I don't produce that same stuff because I'm not sitting here editing my videos, because like with the skill level that I don't have and the time that I don't have to learn it, it would be like a 2-hour process for me to edit 1 half-hour video, and I would have to record for an hour to get a half-hour video out of it, you know. And if it ever gets to the point that I can afford to hire an editor to take care of it for me, then, you know, great, we can start thinking about that. But as it stands, you know, that's not... Okay, hold on a second. We need to, if we come out here, we then go to Tatooine. Okay, we need Mos Espa. There we go. Like, if I ever get to a point where I can afford to do that, sure, it'd be great. But that's not what I make, and even then, there's part of me that's like, I'd still want to do it minimally, because I miss those days. And I think it's a shame that we've gotten to a point in society where we can't find a way to let ourselves just be amused with simple things. Like, everything has to be this high-quality, high production value stuff. Like you see it even in like, you know, the official movie industry. Like there's so much less room for a simple passion project. Everything has to be this like multi-billion-dollar budget Marvel movie thing, you know. Like we can't just have like a simple movie that, like, think about like the Blair Witch Project, right? It was one of the best movies that ever came out, and I just don't know that that movie can happen nowadays because no one wants to take a chance on something that's weird and simple like that, that's unique and in an unproven approach, right? Everything needs to be guaranteed profits, and I think that's a shame. I think we're losing a lot of, but like, I'm not gonna say that art is dead or anything like that. I think there's still all kinds of beautiful art that's being made, and I think a lot of that is the highly edited and curated type stuff, because I think there's room for both. But the fact that we just don't really have a lot of room right now for that brand of stuff, I think is a detriment, because I think there is a lot of creative stuff that does come to be from exactly that sort of environment. And I think the fact that we kind of don't have that is a shame. I think it would be awesome if people would learn to let themselves kind of be amused by something simple, I guess, for a better way of putting it. Like I think that's part of it. Like people want things to have like a beautiful sheen to them, and I get that. But there's so much stuff that we miss out on if you sort of like make yourself if you make yourself appreciate something that doesn't have that wow factor right off the bat. You know, things that are just a simple, amusing thing. You know, that's one of the reasons why I like to keep my videos relatively short, because I recognize that, you know, my lack of shine might not be everyone's cup of tea, but they might appreciate it for a shorter period, right? They might not want the full hour episodes that some channels put out, but maybe for a half hour this is good and people like that. But that's just part of it too, is it's like it's so hard to get people to just let themselves be amused by something for a short period too, you know? I don't know, like I'm definitely turning, this is definitely turning into a kids these days just don't understand type of rant. And I didn't really mean for that, but I don't know, man. This is my nostalgia talking, but there's so many good things that just the spirit of them is gone. Like, it's one thing for like, oh yeah, that's an old style of music and people don't make that music. It's like, that's fine. Trends shift and all that kind of stuff. I get it. But the fact that there's not really even room for that type of stuff to exist anymore is, I think it's a shame. I think it's a real shame. And where is this Porg? He's all hiding from me, man. I thought we were gonna have an easy time finding this guy. Throw me a bone here. Where is the man? Or woman? It can be a lady Porg. I don't know. Like, did I miss it? Is it stuck on a wall somewhere? I heard yeah, but it's just my little Porg that follows me around. I'm about to turn him off. Stop being confused about it. It says he's somewhere around here. Hey, you need to shush. Call your friend. Tell me where your friend is. Help me find him. What are you doing? What good are you, you little animal? You're acting like an animal. Right, like, is he, like, are any of these doors things that can open, or is allegedly somewhere in here? I feel like I heard a little, like, he's got to be somewhere inside one of these, right? That just seems like the obvious hiding spot for him, and I just didn't miss him because there's one that's like more cavernous or something. I should have looked in closer. Not that one. It's in this one. Ah, there he is. There he is. See, what did I tell you? There he is. Got him. Got him. All right. Okay, we'll do it this way. Here, and then we want to go to. So, oh, wait, which one is the Mos Eisley? Let's go to Mos Eisley. Grab that guy. I feel like there was one that was in the capital ship or whatever. Excuse me, I'm the Porgs. So we might be getting this Porg in like one or two more. I don't know exactly. We'll see. But I think I will call it an episode just when I'm looking at the time, because I got stuff I got to do today. I got things I got to do today, and I'm already spending more time than I should be playing this game. And I know my partner would say, "Don't shit on yourself." That's one of her favorite lines. And honestly, it's a good one, because it's like it's meant to be in the spirit of like, don't. Like, there's you are free to do whatever you want whenever you want, and largely I think that's true. It's like, I think the only time should, like, I do appreciate that, because I think like it's meant as a way to be like, don't make yourself feel guilty or ashamed for living your life the way you want to live, right? It's like, don't, like, if you know, in the way of like, oh, I should watch what I eat. It's like, don't stress over that. It's like, you know, if you want to be healthier, but if you want to eat a piece of cake, eat a piece of cake. Right, is like the principle behind it, and I think it's largely a good principle, a good credo to live by. Like, I think I think there are better and worse ways to live, like healthier ways to live and all that kind of stuff. But it really is, it's your choice and your prerogative to figure out what that balance is for you and how you want to live your life, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. That said, the thing that I quote-unquote should be doing is something to achieve other goals. Namely, right now what I need to do is make sure I have enough time to get my training running, because I had a good strong showing at the 5K this past week, and I talked about it in a past episode a couple weeks ago. So I'm recording these in a big batch. There you are, you son of a gun. I see you. I'm recording these in a batch, and so like I had a real good showing at that race, and I want to take advantage of that momentum. I want to, you know, I feel good, I feel encouraged, I feel motivated, so I want to get out and I want to train that, and I have a small window of opportunity to get today's training running, and so that's what, like, I should be doing. So it's like, I should do that if I want to achieve my goal, and I do, so I'm going to do it. So it's not one of those like, oh, I gotta be healthier, I know I should be healthier. It's like, no, if you don't want to be healthier, then you don't need to make healthier choices. And I know that sounds harsh, but like, that is kind of the truth of it. And again, that's kind of the spirit of the don't should on yourself idea. But, you know, because there's no way to modify that. Like, that's where it kind of becomes a frustrating statement almost. And maybe that's kind of the point of the statement, right? It's meant to be, like, frustratingly freeing. Because, like, it can get kind of frustrating because it's like, should people want to be healthier? Maybe. That's probably a good thing. But, like, again, like, don't should on yourself. Like, you should, like, if you don't want to be healthier, that's okay. There's no inherent rule. You know, there's no law that says that. There's no inherent rule of humanity. You can live your life exactly how you do or don't want to live it. There's nothing else about it, really. Listen here, fellas. I came here on a mission, you see, and I won't let you stop me from achieving that mission. So, bug off. Alright, somewhere around here. I'm wondering if it's going to be, like, up on... Oh, I heard something. I'm wondering if it's going to be, like, stuck on one of these spiders or something. Yeah, like, right up there. I seen it. I seen it! You are. I see you. I know you're up there. There we go. One more, baby. One more, baby. Hold on. We're going to Kashyyyk, baby. Alright, we'll get the Kashyyyk Porg. Yeah. We'll do that. And then, yeah, we're going to call it an episode once we get this one done. And actually, it's really not even that short of an episode once we do that. By the time this is all done. By the time it's all said and done. By the time it's all said and done. We can... go ahead and get on with the show, baby. And we'll have to figure out how we get to the capital ships there, like the Death Stars and everything. But we can do that on the next episode. For now, we're gonna find a Porg and move on with our lives. And I'm gonna go sprint, because that's what today's workout is. That's what the training regimen is meant to be. It's meant to be a threshold building run. And the idea is you want to train both at slow pace and fast paced runs, because it gets into the science of it, but the easiest way I can think to describe it is you do fast runs to train your body to work, to be more efficient when it works hard, and then you do slow runs to train your body to work efficiently for longer times. And so today is a sprint run, so we're going to be working on, it's called like your VO2 max, right? Your threshold. I'm working on kind of improving those things today. The idea being, like, another way to think about it is if you increase your, like, again, this isn't like a scientifically accurate description of it. This is just sort of like the colloquial. This is a way to think about it and understand it. Okay, so somewhere around here. Where are you, Porg? I wonder if he's on the roof. Oh, no, they're just eating him. It's fine. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Look at that. But yeah, so I'll be doing sprints because I'm training my body to have a faster maximum speed. So that way that way my slower speeds, it's like I can run at a slower speed than if my maximum speed becomes like 6-minute mile, then a 7-minute mile doesn't feel quite as hard to work compared to if my fastest is only a 6.5-minute mile. And then so 7.5 minutes per mile is roughly the same perceived amount of work. And so that's kind of what I'm training my body to do. And that's today's run. But if I'm going to do that, I need to first say thank you so much for joining me. I love and appreciate all of you. Ayla does too, with her giant head that she's shaving her own ears off. She's Van Goghing herself. Okay, well, I brought it up, so we'll do it. Don't shut on yourself, right? Live your life the way you want to live, and recognize the only things you should do are things that help you achieve the things you want to do in life. Yes, there are things that you have to do in life, right? But like a have is different than a should. Like that's another maybe aspect of it. A should is something that you feel like you need to do even though you don't want to, and you don't need to, right? Like you don't need to make this, that, or the other choice. If you're saying like I should do that, that means that you don't need to. There's no driving factor outside of it that's forcing you to do it. So if it's not a have to, it is a want to. Nothing is a should have to or should want to. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're doing things. If you're saying to yourself, oh, I should do this, think about why you should do that. If it's because you want to, then yes, do it. If it's because you have to, then it's not even that you should, it's that you have to. But then if you don't want to, then, you know, let it go. It doesn't matter. So there you go. I don't know. Genuine good advice. Love you. Bye.